The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome to another episode of Gate City Chronicles. I'm Kevin Avard, your host, and today we're going to be talking with somebody who's been on our show before, Vivian Girard, who owns the Timber Post Bed and Breakfast in Hollis, New Hampshire, and I want to welcome you back to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you back. All right. So I visited you a couple times. You gave me a grand tour of the bed and breakfast, and it's actually beautiful inside and very historic. As a matter of fact, each room had a story, it seemed, as though that you were talking about. So you've had some renovations.
We have. We've had a lot of renovations. Some of them are still in progress. And right now we're working on having the green room have its own private bath, so it'll be an in-suite bath. We are renovating the second floor bathroom as well. We're sprucing it up a little bit more. We're also adding, well, we've already added a first floor accessible bathroom and a bedroom. So if people have a hard time walking, they can certainly have a first floor and they don't have to worry about going up and down stairs.
When you drive by it, you look at it and you think, well, really, you have that many rooms in there? But there really are a lot of rooms in that place.
We have 5 rooms. We have the first floor, which is a gray room. We have the pink room and the blue room, which actually can serve as a suite. So if you have a family, you can actually have the pink room for the parents, and then you can shut the door if you want, or keep the door open. It's an adjoining room with the blue, so you could put the kids in there and still have access to them if you want to, or you can just have them shut the door and they can have access to the hallway right from their own room. And then we have the red room, the green room.
Wasn't there a pink room?
The pink room,
There's the pink room. Yep. So as we walked in through the front door and you look basically to the right, I believe there was that room. You showed me some pictures of, there was an area where you had lavender or something like that?
Yep, we do have a lavender farm that we do a lot of business with, Lara May. She does all of her own products. She does all of the soaps and shampoos and conditioners, as well as all kinds of cleaners and antiseptic products. So she does a really nice job, and she labels it all. It's all custom for my business, which is nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. But the historical part of it was rather interesting, and you were taking me through each room, and then you were showing me even the boards on the wall, which were illegal at one time.
Yep.
Not now.
The wide plank boards.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. What's the historical meaning behind the illegality of those boards?
So back in 1774, it was actually a law that they had to take all the wide plank boards and ship them to the King of England. And if not, it was actually considered breaking the rules. And back in the day, as they were taking all the wood from out back, all the trees that they were cutting down, they ended up saving some of them. And because it was a very wealthy family, the Hardys had a lot that they did within town. They were part of the Congregational Church. They did a lot of big parties, dinner parties at the house. We have the big great room and the dining room and the living room, so there was a lot of space for beautiful gatherings. It was very open to the point that as they were going through all these wide pine boards, they ended up keeping it and putting it over the fireplace, which was kind of sticking it to the King of England. So through the years, apparently they got away with it. So in the fireplace room where they had like the living room, and there was a fireplace there, they actually closed up the fireplace with these wide boards because they got away with it the first time with the main fireplace.
Right. So, and that fireplace was basically the center, and they had access all around, but they
Correct.
closed off certain areas. Now, is it still functional?
They are functional, but we try not to use them just because it is a very old house and we are concerned of fire. But we do have candles that we have in there right now, and we're actually looking at putting in fireplace inserts. But we want to make sure that it's the right fit if we go ahead and convert them.
Now, you have all these different color rooms, but I remember you telling me something to the fact that the inside, you tried to keep it to the original color of what was back then.
Yep.
So basically, you're walking into this bed and breakfast, and you're trying to keep the same flavor of what it was back then.
Yep.
And at the same time, supporting the local industries like Volcano Vineyards, the
Lavender
the
farm.
Lavender Farm.
Yep. And Cecina Toscana.
Cecina Toscana, what is that?
Cecina Toscana is a local restaurant. They make all their own sauces and pastas, and we do a lot of business with them. They actually discount for our people that come to stay with us, same as Ficino and Laramie. We offer the best prices. We try to recommend the best places to go, best places to visit. So it's kind of nice because everything we do is farm to table. We do a lot of personal relationships with local businesses, so we can say, go down and see Al Ficino at the Vineyard, and you can get 10% off a bottle of wine. It actually is a great incentive, and it brings people to see the beauty not only of Hollis, but of a small local business, which, we're all small businesses in Hollis, and we all support each other.
And that's a really beautiful thing. It's a nice community thing that you're doing. One of the other things that I thought was remarkable, I mean, you are helping other people whenever you have the opportunity to do so. And you seen fit to at least renovate a couple rooms in there, so if somebody needs to rent out for if they're a college student or something to that effect, that would be a really nice place for boarders. There are 2 boarders that are available at this particular time.
Yes.
And that'll help out with the off seasons and whatnot, as time goes on. But
Right.
What a cool idea.
Yeah, I thought that by renting out monthly, it would actually help whether people are visiting their family, their children, their grandchildren, or just their friends if they're staying for like 3 weeks at a time. It'd be nice to be able to spend a month at a beautiful place like Timber Post, where they can feel like they're at home. They have that family home atmosphere, but yet they can kind of go to their rooms and have their own space.
Right.
So that way it allows them the flexibility that they would like.
And this is a good time of year. I mean, to find a place like that in such quality would be really hard to find, especially tourist season's coming around the corner with the leaf peepers and all that.
Right, with leaf peepers coming in, and we're also getting geared up for the snowmobile industry.
Ready for snow.
Yes, yes. We're actually in the process of making a new snowmobile trail that leads from our place to the main trail, which also leads all the way up to Canada. And we have a beautiful parking lot where you can actually bring trailers of a good size, and you can actually park the trailer there all weekend, where you can actually just jump right on the trail and kind of go off on your own. And each part of the trail has access points, whether you want to or need to get gas or stop at the pharmacy. There's points along the trail that you can actually stop and get all the necessities that you need. So it's kind of nice.
That's interesting.
I want to be part of it.
Now, there was a bobcat in your yard. Now, who owns that bobcat? Do you drive around that bobcat?
I have used it. Yeah. It's actually one of my friends. He's been helping me out around the property, my friend Jim. And he actually does a lot of odd jobs, small jobs on the side.
He has some type of landscaping where he does the things where nobody wants to do, the small jobs. He's got the bobcats and everything like that.
Yep, he's got the flatbed trailers, and he's got everything he needs in order to function.
I'm actually going to drop his name because he actually helped a friend of mine, Kevin Kennedy. He hurt his arm, and he had just a pile of stone that he couldn't lift, and your friend came over and helped him out, and I'm very grateful for that. That's why I wanted to give him a plug, because he's out there helping people, and I really appreciated that. But there's no jobs well, that's too small for us to do. Maybe you want to get somebody else. Well, he's there to help out with it.
And actually, he does a lot with loam or crushed rocks, or if you need anything, he's got a dump body in his truck. He's got a plow, so if you need plowing this winter, he's lining up plow jobs right now. So he's got plenty of equipment. he's looking for more jobs and anything that we can do to help him. He is disabled as well, so it actually helps give him a little bit of extra money on the side as well. So
Yeah.
right now we're kind of helping each other out, and as I need something or he needs something, we just
That's what I love
just
about
what
the
we do.
community. And it's only about a mile over the border, really.
Yep.
Right, from Nashua. So if you have small odd jobs or something like that nobody wants to do for you, you probably want to get in touch with him. You can get in touch through the Timber Post, I would imagine,
Correct.
or directly to him.
Yep, or you can call me directly.
But you're driving around that little Bobcat too. You're
I
just
do.
doing some stuff. You know,
Yep.
you do it all.
Yep. And actually, today driving around the Bobcat and the Kubota, we actually found an old hay
Conveyor belt.
conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So we actually have this beautiful conveyor belt out back, so it's part of the snowmobile trail now. So it gives you some things to look around on the property as well as you're going through.
So as you're looking at the Timber Post, when you look out back, I mean, you do see a little bit of development, maybe a quarter of a mile out back.
Right.
It's very, you know.
Very farmland.
Very farmland. Now, do they just come from out back to your place? Is there a trail that drives right up to it?
Yep, we're actually in the process right now by the side of the silo making a trail that goes right along the access point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a right-of-way that goes to 10 acres of land out back, which actually brings you to Pine Hill Road.
And that
It's all
is the open area.
conservation land, and there's actually a beautiful hut that somebody built out in the middle of the woods. So if you drive through, you get to see this all-natural hut made by teenagers in the area. So it's just amazing. They even have chairs made out of rocks and has a fire pit, a little place to kind of check out it along the way.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. And now, when people want to book, do they book with you online? Do they call you? How do they do this?
I do get a lot of phone calls, people, the old school people that like to have a person-to-person book-in. I can do that. I have people that stop in off the streets. I even have people that do use our website, and we do have a booking engine that people can book right off our website. It's actually great because it's real time. You get to see all the bookings, the availability, the different prices of the room, any specials that we might have. We do have some rooms that are more price practical for people that don't want to spend a lot of money. We do have a blue room that we rent out a little bit cheaper than the other rooms. It's a smaller bed, but if you're looking for price deals, that's actually the room. We do have 2 queen beds, 2 king beds, 2 twin beds, a full-size bed. So we have different options that are available based on the size of the room that you're looking for.
And 2 border rooms.
Yes. Well, the border rooms are part of that.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, that's in a full kitchen.
We do have a full kitchen there. So right now we're looking just to kind of make people comfortable, give people the space that they want, and allow them the flexibility that they want. If they
Right.
don't want to be in front of all the people and socializing, they don't have to be. Or we've had somebody last weekend that came to the B&B. This one gentleman, he comes every couple of weeks. He had his guitar out. We had a guy from Ireland with his girlfriend, and he was playing his guitar right there. We had live entertainment.
Ah, cool.
It was wonderful. It was
Yeah.
really, really nice. He was just staying there and decided to crack out his guitar, and we had full entertainment, so it was wonderful.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And as far as okay, so you book and obviously you take the visas and all that kind of
Yep.
stuff. Now you've had some good ratings too, didn't you?
Yes, we're actually on TripAdvisor right now, and we've had about 21 reviews, and out of all the reviews, we've actually had 21 5-star reviews.
That's nice.
So for
Yeah.
a small family-owned business that's woman-owned, between myself, my mother, my kids,
Yep.
my sister has been involved. It's really been wonderful to see such good reviews for such a small business.
Yeah, and that's one of the nice things about it. It is a small business, it's mother-owned. You're doing it by yourself, pretty much with
Yep,
your
myself.
mother,
Yep.
who's very nice, by the way.
Yes. She
and-
loves doing laundry, so
Oh, is
we have
that-
the magic laundry basket.
It just appears, and you take care of all the laundry, the linens, and all that. So somebody goes
Cooking,
out
the
the next
cleaning,
day.
the laundry, the trash removal, the
Oh,
snow
you didn't say
removal.
the cooking, really? You do the cooking?
I do it all.
Really? So you have a menu for people when they show up?
A lot of times I kind of hear what they like to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I usually send out a line as they send a reservation to me. I'll respond with a reservation confirmation and kind of ask them about breakfast, what it is that they like to eat, if they have any dietary issues that we need to be concerned about, or any allergies.
You got Lull Farm right up the road, and all
Lull
the
and
other
Brookdale.
farms, Brookdale, yeah. And so you can get some fresh produce there.
Yep, and
whatever.
actually we do have a chicken farm right two doors down. Then we also have a farm, Lindell Farm, which is actually where we get a lot of the bacon and sausage and so on.
And Fulcino's Vineyard.
Fulcino Vineyard.
They also sell beef.
They do.
Real good beef.
I could do steak and eggs.
I bought one of their steaks the other day. It was delicious. It was frozen, but the one we thought it was fantastic.
And actually, right where our snowmobile trail dumps out on Pine Hill Road is actually right in front of their cows.
Right, the black ones.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very nice. So it really is, again, it's another community thing, and it's beautiful because it's right over the border of Nashua.
It is.
And if you want to just slip away for a night, a cute date, with your family or with just your wife, let's go there, get some wine, have some beef, and
Actually, the man that just came from Ireland, he is moving back to this area with his girlfriend. She lives in Boston, so they're both right now residing in Boston. So they want to make my place their regular getaway. So somebody like that is actually a huge asset, because now he's actually letting his parents know, so they can rent the entire house for his parents, his brother that's coming in, and that way there, they can have a little family reunion as well.
Now, do you have weddings there?
I've had weddings that they had the cocktail hour for. I've had, believe it or not, funerals. I've had people that had different functions like baptisms, confirmations, graduations. We've even had bridal showers. We've had...
yeah, instead of staying at a Hotel 6 or something like that, bring the family there, rent out the
Rehearsal
entire place.
dinner's a big there too, because they can pretty much have their family come meet. They can stay at the B&B. They don't have to worry about giving them directions to drive places. They can cater everything out. And we even do in-room massages. So if people are coming and things get a little stressful, they can actually schedule with me an in-room massage. And the woman that I use comes in. She leaves her table there. So she's pretty much on call whenever I need her. So she actually has very reasonable rates. It's $30 for a half hour, $60 for an hour. Yeah, and if people want to have a nice glass of wine and throw a robe on after and their slippers, Timber Post actually does provide robes and slippers in the room. So
you're going to have a lot of pictures for this interview, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
Good, good. Oh, that's nice.
We try to make it as relaxing as possible for people when they come to visit.
No, and that's the whole idea, right? That's the whole idea. Any final messages or thoughts that you want to leave with our guests?
I'm just very excited that you're having me back on the show, and gives me a chance to let people know about our renovations that we're doing with the new bathroom in the green room. We have the handicap accessible bathroom and bedroom downstairs, the new snowmobile trail. We have a lot of things that are coming up, and we are going to be trying to look for new partnerships as well coming up over this winter. So it gives me an opportunity to kind of let viewers know.
When you say partnerships, with ski clubs and things of that nature?
With ski clubs, and actually I'm going to reach out to our Beaverbrook Association as well and try to do more of the snowshoeing events. Hopefully this winter I'd like to try to do one every month if we can, if we have snow. So we're trying to create more activities this winter to help show people what we're all about and do more open houses. So as people want to see all of our happenings, they can go to our website and see what different promotions or activities that we have planned.
That's great. And we wish you the best success here. It's wonderful that you have businesses like that you're doing. You're definitely full of energy, right? You're out on a Kubota 1 minute, and then you're coming on TV and advertising.
Just about an hour ago.
Yeah, just about an hour ago. So definitely a hardworking entrepreneur, trying to be an asset to the community and, of course, to your family, and making ends meet. And so this is a wonderful thing. If you want to take your wife out or your husband out on a nice date, or spend the night out, or just come up into Hollis, which is a beautiful area, look up the Timber Post. Until next week, we thank you for watching Gate City Chronicles. And if you have a story you'd like to talk about, come on the show. We'd love to have you. Until next week, thank you. Thank you for watching Gate City Chronicles. And we want to thank our sponsor, Avard Cleaning. They've been a sponsor for quite a few years now, and we appreciate them being a sponsor. And if you want to be a guest on our show, contact accessnashua@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your story. Until next week, thanks for watching.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.